I'm sorry for the urgent call. I need to contact my husband immediately.
Well, he's been on paid leave since 4 days ago, hasn't he?
At the time when my daughter was rushed to the ER due to a traffic accident, my husband Fred was on a business trip. I tried calling his cell, but there was no connection. Having no other choice, I phoned his company and was told by his boss an unexpected fact. I was left speechless for a while. What the hell is going on? Wasn't he on a week-long business trip? After that, I came to know about Fred's other side from an unexpected source and swore revenge on him. Thank you for today. Stacy, say goodbye to your teacher.
Goodbye, teacher.
A usual scene after preschool. Stacy, what did you do with your friends today?
Origami. I made a doggy.
Stacy, who just turned 5, was a weak child since birth. I used to be an instructor at a gym, but Fred's late-night routine and me leaving my job to become a full-time homemaker changed that. Though Stacy has become much healthier now, Fred's busy schedule hasn't changed, with many long business trips making him often absent. Still, on his days off, he helps with housework and plays with Stacy. Fred is working hard for us. I have to protect Stacy.
Mommy, look! There are flowers blooming!
Stacy spotted a red flower blooming by the roadside, let go of my hand, and walked ahead.
Mommy, look! Here!
Watch out! What flew into my sight was a car rushing towards Stacy at a terrifying speed. At the same time, the air was torn apart by the sound of brakes. Stacy! For a moment, I didn't understand what happened. No, I might just not have wanted to understand. Stacy! Stacy! Call an ambulance! While holding her limp, small body, I somehow managed to take out my smartphone, but my hands were trembling so much that I couldn't dial. While I was doing that, a passerby who noticed the accident helped me. Without knowing how much time had passed, Stacy and I were transported by the ambulance that arrived. At the hospital, Stacy was taken to the treatment room. I was told to wait in the lobby, but I couldn't sit quietly. And as I was pacing near the entrance, I made a call. Of course, the person I was trying to reach was Fred, who had been on a business trip since 4 days ago. But I couldn't get through. Why isn't he picking up? I yelled in frustration, but feeling the gazes of people around, I hurriedly closed my mouth. I took a few deep breaths. Calm down, it's not the first time I couldn't reach him during his business trips. I was calling Fred's personal cell. I had thought it was understandable that he couldn't answer it during work, but now I regretted not asking for his work contact number. That's it. I'll contact Fred's company. Then they can reach out to Fred. If it's his work cell, Fred should answer immediately. With that thought, I immediately called Fred's company and explained the situation, and Fred's boss promptly answered. I'm sorry for the sudden call. I need to get in touch with my husband urgently.
He's been on paid leave for a week starting from 4 days ago, hasn't he?
Wait, what? Paid leave? A week?
Hello, Mrs.? Are you okay?
Yes, thank you. Excuse me. I ended the call in a daze. My husband Fred had indeed said that he was going on a business trip, yet the company claims that he's taking time off. Then where in the world is Fred? My mind was whirling with a variety of things, but I couldn't manage to organize my thoughts. Just then, Sally, are you okay? When I turned around at the sound of my name, I could see my friend Carol running toward me. Carol is a mom I met at the preschool that Stacy attends. From the time we met, we got along strangely well, and now we're as close as we've been friends since our student days. I heard about the accident at preschool. How's Stacy? She's undergoing treatment now. I was trying to get in touch with Fred. Oh, right. Is Fred coming over here? That's the thing. Mrs. Johnson, are you over here? When I was called again and turned around, this time it was a nurse rushing over to me. I felt a chill run down my spine. As I looked at the nurse in desperation, she smiled at me.
Stacy's treatment is over. She's going to be fine now.
Really? When I went to the hospital room, Stacy was on the bed, breathing steadily in her sleep. I was told by the doctor that she's now sleeping due to the medication, but she'll wake up soon. And I kept saying thank you over and over. Before I knew it, it was dark outside, and only the sleeping Stacy, Carol, and I were left in the quiet hospital room. Carol, thank you so much for coming.
No need to thank me. More importantly, when is Fred supposed to be here?
Carol, I have a favor to ask.
What's the matter? You're so serious.
Actually, I can't get in touch with Fred. He told me he was on a business trip, but it seems like he was lying. I don't know where he is now, so I want you to find him for me. I can't leave Stacy's side.
Understood. I'll take care of it. Don't worry, leave it to me.
Thank you, Carol. Of course, I'll make sure to thank you properly. Carol's firm and cheerful words were a huge relief, and I was finally able to smile a little. I was able to get in touch with Fred 3 days after the accident.
Here's a souvenir from the business trip.
My husband, still in his suit, nonchalantly offered me some sweets. During that time, of course, I had been trying to contact Fred constantly, but his phone was always unavailable. By the time Fred returned, Stacy had already been discharged and we were back home. I watched Fred, who was pretending to be busy with statements like,
"The business trip was tough,"
and
"I was super busy,"
with cold feelings. Why didn't you answer your phone or emails? I was trying to reach you the whole time.
That's because I was super busy.
But you could have at least replied. I texted you that Stacy had been in an accident.
I forgot to check my personal phone. I'm really sorry. Sally, you must be tired from taking care of Stacy. I'll look after her now, so you can rest.
Fred quickly said this and went off to the next room where Stacy was playing. I know everything, Fred. Carol gave me tips on how to check Fred's phone and to contact his workplace to inquire about his past days off. I was wondering whether I should take action, but I thought that if there was a misunderstanding, it would be better to clear it up. So I decided to look into Fred's affairs. He used to say that he was working overtime when he came home late at night, but according to his boss, they've hardly been working overtime due to the work reform. There are hardly any business trips either. And then, with Fred's phone messages, it's clear as day. The contact name was innocuous enough as Mr. Mason, but the content of the messages could only be interpreted as him having an affair.
I can't wait to see you, and I wish I had met you first.
The messages were full of cliched and thoughtless phrases. With a feeling of nausea, I transferred these messages as evidence to my phone. After I had done everything, what welled up inside me was more anger than sadness. So everything about Fred was a lie. All the good father and husband acts were just a performance to allow him to do whatever he pleased. I won't forgive him. I absolutely won't. I firmly resolved. A month after the accident, Stacy recovered completely without any after effects. Around the same time, Fred announced that he was going on another business trip. Watching Fred leave excitedly, I immediately called Carol. This business trip is to a seaside town about an hour's drive away from downtown. Of course, to me, Fred said as usual,
"I'm going to inspect a factory by the seaside."
But I'm not fooled this time. I rode in Carol's car and arrived at a charming inn.
Sally, this is the inn. I got a message that he checked in after noon.
I suppose he's having a great time right now.
Are you okay? Do you want me to go in alone?
Thanks, but I have to do this. For Stacy's sake, too. I wonder what kind of expression I had at that time.
No matter what happens, I'm on your side, Sally.
Carol. Then I realized that I was clenching my fist tightly. When I opened my hand, the palm was a bit red where my nails had dug in. I must have been very tense without realizing it. After exhaling deeply, I handed my phone to Carol. Please
Leave it to me.
As soon as she took my phone, Carol immediately dialed a number and turned on the speaker so that I could hear. The person on the other end was Fred. It took a while to get through, but after a few tries, the ringing stopped and I heard Fred's annoyed voice saying, "Hello." Perhaps he thought he couldn't ignore the calls forever due to the recent event. But judging by his bad mood, I must have interrupted his fun.
Hello? Is this Fred? Good, I got through.
Who is this? Isn't this Sally?
I'm Carol, a friend of Sally's. Actually, Sally collapsed and was taken to the hospital. I thought I should contact her husband, so I borrowed her cell phone.
She collapsed? Sally, why?
She seems to be suffering from overwork. She's also been worrying about Stacy. Fred, won't you come to see her?
No, I'm at work. Overwork? That doesn't mean her life is in danger, right?
Well, about that.
And you'll be there with her, right? I've heard about you from Sally. You're close, aren't you? If so, she'll probably feel more comfortable than with me around. Please take care of her. I'm really busy right now.
Fred ended the call abruptly. I stared at my phone for a while, then nodded vigorously when Carol asked me, "Are you okay?" "Carol, can we continue as planned?"
Of course.
Carol and I got out of the car and headed to the inn.
What? Why are you here, Sally?
Fred was hastily wrapping himself in a bathrobe, as was his mistress. We barged into the room where Fred was having a secret meeting.
You were supposed to have collapsed.
I was so irritated that it made me feel better. So, do you have anything to say about the situation?
Well, Anna here is a business associate.
Don't bring my name into this! Oh, so you discuss work in bed?
Well, it's a kind of special job.
Listening to Fred stutter and babble nonsensically, I could only sigh. I was feeling more hollow than sad or angry. You should just honestly admit that you've been having an affair. It's pathetic to keep denying it at this point. The one who regained her composure faster than Fred was the other woman. The woman Fred had called Anna. By the way, ladies, why are you barging into other people's rooms? Isn't that invasion of privacy?
Yeah, just because you're family doesn't mean you can barge into a room where people are staying. What's wrong with this inn?
That's right, I'm calling the police.
I'll sue the inn.
We were fully aware of that. That's why we made sure to prepare thoroughly. If you want to go ahead and do that, be my guest. But it won't do you any good.
What?
How do you think we knew you were staying here? We set it up that way.
What did you say?
Didn't you use a discount coupon to stay here? I secretly put that in your bag.
Wait, wasn't that coupon put there by Anna?
I don't know anything about it. Wait, you chose this inn because there was a coupon? You cheapskate. Fred is known to be rather tight with money. I knew if I put a coupon in there, he would definitely use it. And furthermore, this inn is run by a friend of Carol's. We've explained everything to the innkeepers, and it's actually me who rented this room.
What?
In fact, I had rented this room in advance under my name. We had asked the inn to cooperate and told them to give the key to Fred when he arrived. It's my room, so I can do whatever I want, right? In fact, you guys are the ones trespassing. Don't mess with me. Who the heck are you in the first place? Anna blurted out, nearly lunging at Carol with fury. To onlookers, she displayed a rather forceful demeanor. However, Carol, unruffled, flashed a casual smile. Her profession has likely accustomed her to such scenarios. I'm a detective. A detective? You didn't happen to investigate my affair, did you?
Well, who knows?
Are you enjoying cornering people? I didn't know you were such a cruel person.
If you had expressed concern about me on the phone earlier, I thought maybe there was still a chance we could make things right. His face turned pale, and he fell silent while I stared at him, now seeming like a stranger to me. I thought there might be a chance for us to make things right for Stacy's sake, but it seems impossible. Please, let's get a divorce.
Divorce? Wait. I don't intend to agree to a divorce.
What you think doesn't matter.
By the way, we have gathered plenty of evidence of your affair, so no matter how you struggle, I'm sure you'll be at a disadvantage.
Anna won't abandon me, right?
Oh, right. This is a little bonus information for you. She's seeing someone else.
What?
Shut up! Don't say unnecessary things, stupid detective lady.
Anna, you're joking, right? You always said you were devoted to me.
Ugh, so annoying. What's with being devoted? You cheat, but it's unacceptable for the other person? Give me a break.
No, Sally, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Please, just not a divorce.
I'll have my lawyer communicate about everything from here on out. Hopefully, we never meet again. Goodbye. I guess I should go home too.
Sally, Anna, please, wait. Don't leave me alone.
As I heard Fred's pitiful cries behind me, Carol and I left the motel. 1 month later, Fred agreed to the divorce. His affair had been well documented, and moreover, it was revealed that he had dipped into the household savings and Stacy's college fund for his indiscretions. Fred ended up paying a total of $50,000 in payback and alimony, while Anna, his affair partner, paid $30,000. This ensured I would not have to worry about living expenses for the time being. As for Fred, his indiscretions were exposed to his workplace when I called his office about Stacy's accident. As a result, Fred lost his job after becoming the target of derision from his coworkers. After paying the alimony and becoming penniless, Fred began living a day-to-day life on daily wages. Meanwhile, I ended up working as a detective at the agency where Carol works. Carol told me,
Sally, you used to be a fitness instructor, so you're physically strong. More importantly, you have guts, so you might be surprisingly suitable for this job.
I hope to someday help women in distress, just like Carol helped me.